Welcome, guys. I'm here for doing a live chat. Thank you guys for joining, even if you're watching this later. Just doing a little cardio. It's pretty cold in here. It's probably 32 degrees, so it's near freezing here in the western part of the U.S. Big snowstorm came through the south, and lots of people are snowed in right now. So it's a little crazy, but we're in here getting in the gym, getting our cardio in, because no one is coming to save us, right? So if you're new to any of my content, my name's Adam, and I've lived all over the world, but I am from America. But I have a business called Braud Fitness, which is just my name, fitness, which is always super creative. Lived all over the world, but I'm a Christian and I've been a pastor, and I have watched many people, good people, who have given their lives and their health in service of other people, and they've let their own health go away, right? So many people, they tend to give their lives for others, and they just ignore their own health. So one of the things I do as a coach is I focus specifically on people who are in the nonprofit or Christian space, church space, and we try to help them retain their health or achieve new health through basic lifestyle change practices, counseling, consultations, all this stuff, right? The reason we do that is because you can't do what you feel like you're supposed to do on this earth if you're constantly struggling with your health. It's very difficult to do something. How's it going? Says hello. Hello, man. Yeah, so just introducing myself to everybody. The kind of work I do is I'm a coach, I'm a pastor, but also, what's up with you, brother? Where you at? Where you live? What's your name? Mo7 Med. Where you live, man? I'm here in the United States. Just doing a little cardio in the gym right now. It's really cold. I look like Joe Ingles. That's funny. That's why I'm not Joe Ingles. But thank you. I'm hoping that that's a compliment for you. Egypt. Nice, bro. I've never been to Egypt. Glory, glory, Manchester United. Listen, man, this is America, where I'm from, so football, soccer, it's not something we're really great at. We're getting better at it, though. But if you love Manchester United, get after it, brother. So, yeah, I know it's snowing and 20 degrees. Well, I'm not sure I hope it's not doing that in Egypt, but here it's not snowing. A lot of parts of the United States, there's a ton of snow right now. Lots of folks snowed in, especially in places that don't get snow, so they're not ready for it, right? So like the southern part of the United States got hit with a lot of snow, so there's a lot of people freaking out, you know? They know how to deal with hurricanes and cyclones. They don't know how to deal with snow. But, you see, where am I from? Man, I am originally from the southern part of the United States in a state called Louisiana. Down near the Gulf of Mexico or America, depending on what maps you're looking at. So I'm from Louisiana originally, so New Orleans, people tend to know that. Mardi Gras, jazz music, that tends to be that's where I'm from. I don't live there now. I live in the western part of the United States now, in the mountains. So it's nice and cold in here, so I have gloves, because it's near freezing right now. And my garage is not insulated. So, but like I was saying before, one of the reasons why I coach the way I do, and I do the things, I try to do the things that I do. I'm only doing this in the hopes that someone will watch it and it will help them take control of their health and their life, right? It's the only reason I'm doing it. A lot of people are on social media because they need it to be connected for whatever reason, or they need it to feel validated for some reason. I don't need it for those reasons. I'm literally just trying to help people with their health so that they can do what they feel like God called them to do, right? It's really hard to help other people or achieve certain things in your life if you are sick. Let me see this. Can you teach me some English vocab to use in my essay? And good. Listen, man. You got so many AIs that you could just cheat right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't teach you English vocabulary over a live chat. I mean, maybe I could, but your best bet, man, is using your computer, using the internet, right? Now, if you want to learn some slang words, maybe I can help with that. But English vocabulary, English is not a difficult language, it's just a confusing language, right? And it's strange that we've become the language of business around the world. And most English speakers only speak English. I do speak Spanish a little bit, and I dabble in a couple other languages, but I don't speak Arabic, brother. If you're from Egypt, you don't necessarily speak Arabic, so what language do you typically speak where you're from? I speak English, obviously, pero hablas inglés, pero habla español también. But what language do you normally speak? But anyway, so we're trying to help people get their health, because health is your health. Like, think about your body. Everything you do in the world is centered around your experience in your body. Everything you do in the world is literally experienced through your five senses, through your body. Now, what happens if that body is breaking down, sick, it's broken? What happens? You don't really get to interact with the world very good. And then, if you're the kind of person like me, who's a person of faith, who believes God put them here for a reason, then I want to make sure I'm able to do the things He's asked me to do. He's asked me in particular to help people to know Him. He's given me a mind to, understand fitness to some extent. I'm not an expert, I wouldn't say. But the goal is to help people, right? That's why we're out here in the cold, getting our steps in, right? We're not doing a ton, but we're doing something. I also do martial arts. I lift weights. Can't see it because it's dark in here, but my gym is right behind me. So we're lifting weights. We're getting work done, right? But what is your goal for your health, right? I'm going to stay on the health topic because people will come in and out of the live chat asking questions about languages and where you're from and all that. It's fine. But I can't just sit here and not talk, right? It's a little uncomfortable for me. So some people will sit on here and just ask questions, which I'm happy to answer questions. That's totally fine. But I do better when it's questions about things that I know and understand, right? Which is like faith, fitness, martial arts. I do that quite a bit. So I really love grappling, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I coach that as well. So it's always fun to be able to, wrestle with your buddies and then non-weird way. All right, so does anybody on here, any of you guys watching, do you guys work out, lift weights, do any type of exercise? Like, what do you do, man? Where do you go? One guy, he's writing papers, or he's trying to learn better English vocabulary. That's Mo 7 Med. He's just trying to learn more vocabulary so he can pick up some ladies. Right? Maybe, I don't know. So, what do you guys do? You guys do anything for your health, your fitness? What do you go to school? What do you do? Right? We're just getting our steps in. Just exercising, man. It's getting kind of late here in the US. It's after sunset, about 8 o'clock. So definitely nice and cold. You might be able to see my breath. Maybe not. There's no snow right now, but it's coming. So we'll be doing our fitness. Gonna go eat in a minute. I got some food cooking. You know, this whole social media thing is weird to me. Because people jump on it and they kind of just, their lives revolve around it. And I'm wondering if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Is that a good thing for you, bad thing for you? I don't know, but anyway. So when we get back to health, social media might not be super healthy. Might not. I'm over here trying to, do a live. Hopefully a couple people tuning in. Always thankful for that. Got a couple people watching. Where are you guys from? Just drop it in the chat below. Where are you guys from? I'm from the United States. Home of the free. So that's what we say anyway. Land of the free, home of the brave. That's what we say. But there's a lot going on around the world. A lot of great places around the world too. I've been to more countries than I have states within my own country. So I love to travel. I like to help people. There's a chance I could be traveling in the next few months. So that's gonna be fun. Heading to potentially southern part, like South America. It's gonna be fun. And the reason we're going there is to help more believers, more Christians, find their health, right? Get healthy so you can keep doing what God's asked you to do. It's hard to take care of your family. Hard to be involved in your community, your church, when your health is failing. It's also really hard to have to pray for miracles, for God to heal you when you're the one who's causing the problems with how we eat, how we sleep, how we don't exercise, right? A lot of the things we pray for can be taken care of if we took care of ourselves. Walking with Jesus is more of a cooperative effort. He's obviously God. He's everything. But I have a role to play in that. And I believe your health has a big part to play in that relationship as well, because if you can't steward what God's asked you to do, then it's hard to pray for him to fix it once we messed it up. Right? So I had a buddy texting me. Buddy just texted me. He's trying to get his calories and macro distribution in place so he can drop a little weight. Right? He's a big boy. He's really strong too. So, but he's a pastor and he's helping people know Jesus, and he's taking care of his health to the best of his ability, right? This is the goal. The goal is for this body of ours, this experience we have in the world, for the vessel we have to be healthy, to be able to push through, live longer, do more, You know, sometimes you just gotta get off our phones, get off your screens, go outside, do something, take care of your body. I deal with lots of people every day who are struggling in their health. And if you check out any of my content on my channel, you'll see that we focus a lot around diet, exercise, mental models, trying to help people get to the place where they realize that their health is their responsibility. Like your health, you're watching, your health is your responsibility. In the United States, for some reason, there's a lot of people trying to blame everybody else for their problems. And that's a lazy man's approach to life, right? The book of Proverbs says, the lazy person says, oh, there's a problem outside. I don't need to go outside today, which means the lazy person allows the idea of something to stop them from doing the thing that they're trying to do, right? So we've got a lot of people around the world, particularly in my country, who want to blame everybody else for their problems when clearly no one else has control over you except you. So when it comes to your health, you're responsible for that. When it comes to how you treat other people, you're responsible for that. You don't get to tell people, you made me do this, or, you know, this makes me do that. Nothing makes you do anything. You make you do stuff. So when it comes to your health and your walk with Jesus, that's on you. That's on you, man. Right? If you're not healthy, there are rare exceptions where people get really sick and, you know, stuff happens to them when they're born or whatever. Those are rare, but in the United States, we got people walking around everywhere, severely obese, sick, draining the resources of the medical system and the good graces of our welfare systems, and mainly because they just won't take care of themselves. They want everybody else to take care of them. That's a disease. That's a diseased mindset. It's a parasitic mindset that I survive off taking from others. Right? Jesus came and he promised to give life. Right? He's giving life so that we can give it to others. The real way to live is through giving. And that's why it always comes back to your health. If you don't have health, you can't give. You can't give to other people something you don't have. You can't give people hope that you don't have. I deal with people and pastors and leaders all the time. And we're always trying to figure out what's the next best edge. What's that new science behind this or that. But they're not doing the one things they do know. Exercise, sleep, eat a high protein diet. Don't eat like a child. Drink plenty of water, right? Exercise regularly. Exercise more than you think. A lot of people are not doing the basics, but expecting specificity to help them, okay? That's not how it works. You gotta build a foundation first. Build your foundation on health and on Jesus, and then you watch it grow over time. Okay? I know some people get on here and they want to, I've seen guys get on here and they just kind of rail on other people. We're not doing that today, right? No, I know there's a lot of people in here from India, the Middle East, North Africa, right? Beautiful places, beautiful people. All people God loves, all people Jesus loves. So, trying to share a little thought, share some things that help me. I'm gonna go for about another 10 minutes and then we'll call it a night. All right. Still going, still going. Still going, we're going strong. So what's your favorite kind of fitness? All right, mine's lifting weights, doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, if you know what that is. It's kind of what they do in the UFC to some extent, in cage fighting. It's more like wrestling, where you choke people too. All right, I like to use my treadmill, go for runs. I live in the mountains too, so being in the mountains helps a lot. But the goal obviously is find something you love to do and do it well, do it a lot. You know, fitness is one of those things where we have found that the more exercise you do, just the healthier you're gonna be. So there doesn't seem to be an upper limit until it becomes like chronic, where people are like kind of exercising themselves to death per se. But they usually involve some form of under eating as well. But the key to getting fit, staying fit, is finding exercises and a type of exercise you like to do and doing it regularly. The other key is finding a way to eat in a way that allows you to get plenty of protein and lots of veg in, fruits and veggies, whole foods. You know, in the US, a lot of our food is ultra processed, or I would just say they sell a lot of the food that's ultra processed, and that's making people really fat. That and just not moving enough. So if you can find a way to sleep enough, exercise in a way you love regularly, get enough protein in with the fruits and veggies, and making sure you're sleeping 7 to 9 hours a night, not staying on your phone all night and doom scrolling. If you can find a way to do that, start taking back your health, right? So the goal obviously is to be as healthy as we can for as long as we can. So many people are living on the edge of health and the edge of sickness, and that's not a way to live, man. That's not a way to live at all. So 3 more minutes and I'm out, but not a lot of interaction tonight. That's okay. Consistency is king. I'll be back on here the next time I'm doing cardio. I'm gonna do our cardio chats. I hope more people tune in. We'll try to find a way to find a better time for when most people are probably sleeping right now or with their families. So try to do this in the middle of the day, maybe tomorrow, and we'll see if we can get a chat going, okay? So big thing is, do hard things, challenge your body. Remember, Jesus is king. He loves you. You need to serve him. There is no other. And being fit for your family and for those you love is a big part of who you are and what you need to do in life. Okay? Hope you had a good day. God bless. Ooh.